Hello everyone, my name is Joanna Fellicope. Your students will be calling me Miss V. I will be their 6th grade Minnesota Social Studies teacher. This is my first year teaching. I graduated from St. Catherine University with a Social Studies degree and a secondary education license. Over the past couple of years I have done a lot of fieldwork and student teaching. Have any of you been to some of the odd attractions like Paul Bunyan Land, or even the largest ball of twine, or even some of the cooler attractions like the Great Lakes and Mall of America? Well, I'm really excited about this class because during this class we will be studying Minnesota, beginning with the early Mississippi region through post-World War II. To keep with the new Minnesota Social Studies standards, there will be an emphasis on economics, citizenship, and government throughout the curriculum. In this class, we'll be using our textbooks, Northern Lights, that will stay in class, as well as reading 3 novels that will be going home with your students, and it'll be their responsibility for reading them and caring for them. Grading will be based on in-class assignments, homework, which they are expected to know due dates for, but I'll always post them on my website to help you help them keep track. Participation is also really important, so it is going to be important that they are attending the class. We'll also have weekly quizzes and unit tests. There will be a unit summative assignment or project your student will be graded on. Homework and projects are expected at the beginning of class in my 6th grade turn-in bin next to my desk. If it is turned in later in the class, it will be considered late. Homework, for late homework, your students have up to 3 days to turn in the assignments with only a 10% deduction. After that 3 days, assignments will not be accepted. Projects may be turned in 1 day late with a 10% deduction. After that, they will not be accepted. If your student is absent, they will be given 1 extra day with no penalty. The reason they're only given 1 day is because all of my assignments are up on my website and they can be accessed there. All printing must be done at home. I do understand that there are extenuating circumstances, and in those cases, please speak to me and we will figure out a separate condition. The supplies your student should bring to class with them every day is their 3-ring binder, a spiral notebook, color pencils, and a highlighter. It is also highly recommended that they bring a USB flash drive, as any of the information that they wish to save will need to be saved onto there because they cannot save on the school computers. As for communication, if your students have any questions, I encourage them to come directly to me, or if you have any questions, I encourage you to ask your students first before coming to me with those questions. Though if you do need to contact me, you can always reach me by email listed on my syllabus that your students brought home and you signed, or on my website. I will also be available before and after school for 1 hour to help with any questions or help your student might need. It's important to me that each and every one of your students succeed in this class, and I'll do everything I can to help them if they're motivated to help me as well. I grew up in California, so as a non-native Minnesotan, I have learned some amazing history that Minnesota has to offer, and I'm excited to share that information with your child, including what we will learn together on the field trip that we have scheduled for next month to go on a riverboat ride and an archaeology dig. I'm very excited for that. If you have not signed the permission slip your child brought home and would like to do so tonight, I have an extra copy when you leave, as well as additional copies of the syllabus. Thank you all so much for coming tonight, and I'm very excited to get to know your children and their interests and help them ignite interest in their state and their state's history. Thanks for coming.